Hello everyone, DeckTrolls here. So today I have for you guys my Armed Samurai Benkei deck. And this deck is probably one of my oldest decks, and it's gone through so many changes. Like, I've had it go through a time where it was just like Benkei and then a bunch of other monsters that could use equips in an interesting way if they happen to like not have Benkei, like Iron Blacksmith Kotetsu, or Alu Mirage, or Mahavilo, Twin Sword Marauder. Like, I've gone through so many versions of this deck, and this is the one where I feel it's most consistent and more pure to being just Armed Samurai Benkei. And with that said, there are 6 monsters in the deck total. There's 3 copies of each 2 monsters, and the rest are just spells. So let's get into this. We got 3 Armed Samurai Benkei. In addition to a normal attack, this card can attack during the same battle phase as many times as the number of equipped cards equipped to this card. Got 3 Sangan. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, add 1 monster with 1500 or less attack from your deck to your hand, but you cannot activate cards or the effects of cards with that name for the rest of this turn. You can only use this effect of Sangan once per turn. Now for the rest of spells. 1 Reinforcement of the Army. Add 1 level 4 or lower warrior type monster from your deck to your hand. 1 Upstart Goblin. Draw 1 card from your deck. Your opponent gains 1000 life points. Got 3 Pot of Duality. Excavate the top 3 cards of your deck and add 1 of them to your hand. Also, after that, shuffle the rest back into your deck. You can only activate 1 Pot of Duality per turn. You cannot special summon during the turn you activate this card. Got 3 Pot of Desires. Banish 10 cards from the top of your deck, face down, and draw 2 cards. You can only activate 1 Pot of Desires per turn. Got 3 Hand Destruction. Each player sends 2 cards from their hand to the graveyard, then draws 2 cards. Got 3 Swords of Revealing Light. Flip all monsters your opponent controls face up. This card remains face up on the field for 3 of your opponent's turns. While this face up card on the field, monsters your opponent controls cannot declare an attack. 1 Dark Hole. Destroy all monsters on the field. 2 Twin Twisters. Discard 1 card, then target up to 2 spell or trap cards on the field and destroy them. Alright, so the rest are equips, and these are the equips that I feel are best for the deck because of, I guess, what you're able to do in the deck. Alright, we got 3 Mage Power. The equipped monster gains 500 attack and defense for each spell or trap card you control. Got 3 Power of the Guardians. If an attack is declared involving the equipped monster, place 1 spell counter on this card. The equipped monster gains 500 attack and defense for each spell counter on this card. If the equipped monster would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can remove 1 spell counter from your field instead. Got 3 United We Stand. The equipped monster gains 800 attack and defense for each face-up monster you control. 3 Acts of Despair. This card is always treated as an Archfiend card. The equipped monster gains 1000 attack. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you contribute 1 monster. Return this card to the top of the deck. 1. Bashing Shield. Equip only to a normal summoned or set monster. It gains 1000 attack and you take no battle damage from attacks involving it. Got 2. Psychic Blade. Pay life points in multiples of 100, maximum 2000. Equip this card to a monster and it gains as much attack and defense. You can only activate 1 Psychic Blade per turn. And lastly, we got 2. Noble Arms Clarent. Equip only to a warrior monster. You can only control 1 Noble Arms Clarent once per turn. You can pay 500 life points. The equipped monster can attack directly this turn. If this face-up card on the field is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 warrior noble knight monster you control. Equip this card to that target, and you can only use this effect of Noble Arms Clarent once per turn. Alright guys, so it's fair that I should tell you that this is the kind of deck where if you don't win in the first like 1 to 3 turns, you're probably not going to win. So this is definitely an OTK, FTK kind of deck, and you want to win as fast as possible with this deck, because if you don't, you're going to run out of your resources, and that's about it. Without resources, you won't win. But yeah, tell me what you think of this deck. What did you like? What did you dislike? What would you do to improve it? Remember, I have 100+ budget-friendly decks. There's going to be a lot of fun content coming your way. So please make sure to like and subscribe. Most importantly, have fun!